ready for you, Miss Crawford.
To a truly great lady, Miss Joan Crawford.
You know what's missing in my life?
Come on, you've got everything you want.
No, I don't. I want a baby.
Out of the question.
Don't you dare judge me.
We have a moral and legal responsibility. And
What you're really doing is denying one of your children the opportunity to live a wonderful and advantaged life.
You're a lucky little girl and very expensive. It cost me a lot of favors.
Christina, darling, I'm going to make a perfect life for you. Are you having a happy birthday, Christina, darling?
This is the best party I ever had. I love you, Mommy dearest.
I love you, Tina, darling. You lost again.
It's not fair. You're bigger than I am.
Ah, but nobody ever said that life was fair, Tina. I will always beat you.
Then I'm not gonna play with you anymore. Ever.
I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna march yourself upstairs to your room and will stay there.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
Sorry, Mommy. Dearest.
You are not getting up from this table until you have finished that meat.
Have I ever lied to you in your whole career? Or given you one piece of bad advice?
Your treatment of me has been divine.
Good. I want you to leave Metro.
My wonderful friends
Leave Metro.
Your pictures, one after another, are losing money.
who have made me a star.
Theater owners voted you box office poison.
Making fun of me?
Mommy, please! Mommy, please!
Mayor should know the price I pay.
Truth is, you're getting old.
You're nothing but a rotten, crooked lawyer. The biggest female star he's got. Look at this floor. Do you think it's clean? Keep this floor. You and me together. Screw up. Look at that. Nothing is clean. It's all blazing up. What's wire hangers doing in this closet when I told you no wire hangers ever? $300 dress on a wire hanger. We'll see how many you got in. We're gonna see how many wire hangers you've got in your closet. Tell me what?
Yes, Mommy dearest.
When I asked you to call me that, I wanted you to mean it.
Joan Crawford, the most dramatic role of her life, was her life. Frank Yablans presents Faye Dunaway as Joan Crawford in Mommy Dearest.
All right, let me get my glasses on.
Yeah.
Let's say happy holidays to everyone to start off.
Yes.
Happy holidays and thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Did you hear that? Happy holidays and thanks for coming by, guys and ladies. Welcome to Midnight Classic Cinema at the Cinema Village.
Yes.
And I'm your host, Barry Z, from the world famous The Barry Z Show. I hope you all watch it. Thank you. And tonight, my special guest, my special guest of all time, is Carol Ann from Mommy Dearest, the classic movie that we're going to screen for you today. Wow, you're really Carol Ann, aren't you?
Or as you say, Carol Ann!
You mean Carol Ann!
Right.
Is that good?
That's better.
And you're from that great classic movie, Mommy Dearest.
Mommy Dearest.
Which is what we're going to screen tonight.
Yeah.
And your real name is Rutanya Alda.
Yes.
Any relation to Alan Alda?
No, I'm not related to Alan, but I know Alan, and he's a lovely, lovely man. He came to see me in a show I did a couple of years ago.
What show?
Called Murder at Howard Johnson's. Yeah, thank you. Laughing. It was a comedy. It is a comedy. So he was very supportive and wonderful. And
Oh, nice. Was it here in New York?
yeah, it was at the Theater Row on Theater Row.
Now, you live in New York, don't you?
I am a New Yorker.
How did you end up in this film?
Frankie Blondes was the producer of this film, and he was the president of Sigma 3, which was a small distribution company, and that did the early Brian De Palma films that I starred in with Bobby De Niro, called Greetings and Hi Mom.
Greetings you were in, Hi Mom?
Yes, yes.
Wow, did anyone ever see those movies? Classic cult movies, wow.
Cult movies. And Frank distributed them, and then I did The Fury with Brian that Frank produced, and so Frank Blondes recommended me Frank Perry.
Wow.
That's how it came to be.
That's how it came about, huh? Now you also wrote a book, right? Called The Carol Ann Diaries?
No, it's the Mommy Dearest Diary. Carol Ann Tells All.
The Carol Ann
but it's a Mommy
Diary,
Dearest. It's
really?
the Mommy Dearest Diary.
Okay, so it's not a Carol Ann Diary, it's a Mommy Dearest Diary.
Yes, because it's a whole bunch of cast of characters, not just Carol Ann, but it's everybody that worked on the movie, essentially, because it becomes a family, and then you get to know the makeup person, you get to know the hair person, you get to know the cinematographer, you get to know other people that have a lot to say about
Now, the Mommy Dearest Diary is for sale right here in the lobby tonight.
Yes.
Tell me about the book. What is it about? Of course, about the movie.
The book is a three-parter. The first part introduces me, who was I before I was Carol Ann, and it's a little bit of a biography about my life, how I came to America, how I
From where?
From Latvia, from Riga.
Really? You sound like you're from Brooklyn.
Thank you. I did a part in Last Exit to Brooklyn where I played our Brooklyn mom. It was fun.
Wow.
And so I came, and how I wound up in New York studying acting, and how I got into the business, and sort of my life in the 70s in the film industry in New York, were all these wonderful directors that I worked with. And then that's the first part. So the second part is the actual diary, which I actually kept. I kept a day-to-day journal of the 4 months I was on this film. I kept the journal because at the time my personal life was chaotic because my husband was having drug issues. And
is he still alive?
No, he got killed crossing the street in New York in 2006.
I'm sorry.
So
is he a famous actor?
Yes, his name was Richard Bright, and he was a wonderful actor. He did all the three Godfathers and many, many more movies. He played Al Neary in The Godfather.
You were in The Godfather too, weren't you?
I was not. I was
you were not?
Richard was. I would love to have been in The God, but I wasn't.
So you were in The Godmother then?
the God sister. So I kept, because it was so difficult in my personal life, and it was so difficult on set with Faye, that the only way I could deal with it was to journal, and I've never journaled before, and I never journaled after. So I journaled the day-to-day, and it kind of made me more peaceful. I kind of put things in perspective as I journaled. So then I put the diary away. I never intended to publish it. I never thought, who knew that this movie would become the cult classic movie of our time?
Of all time?
Of all time. So then when I realized that there was a demand for, people wanted to know what happened, because Faye Dunaway doesn't talk about it. And
I asked the question once. I interviewed her at the premiere of a play off Broadway, and I said to her, Faye, you must have some favorite lines from this classic movie that you were in called Mommy Dearest. She goes, just like this, she goes, I don't have any. Yes. And that was it. That was the end of that interview.
Yeah, it's true. She refused to talk about it.
Why?
But, I don't know. She's right now. She called me a few months ago. She's writing her book on Mommy Dearest because she found out I was writing mine. And she wanted me to help her. She wanted me to fly out and help her write her book with her ghostwriter for no money, of course. And
hello, Faye.
And
knock, knock.
So I said, well, why don't you just buy my book and you'll get an outline of what happened? Because honestly, if I hadn't journaled it, I wouldn't remember the details that I put into this book. So let's see what she uses.
Unbelievable.
I don't know.
And she didn't want to pay you anything to be a contributor.
Nothing.
Now, you...
And I would get a little note.
I hope you didn't do it.
I would get a little note somewhere.
She didn't do it, no.
Footline. No, I didn't do it. And she's on her, I think, 5th or 6th ghostwriter now. So.
Oh my God! What happened?
I have no idea.
They all
I don't
disappeared.
want to. They all. Well, yeah. It's magic.
Now, in the movie, you sort of age in it and become older than her.
Yes.
But in reality, you're younger than her.
I was younger than her, and on our first few days on the set, Frank Perry came in and said, Rutanya, you're looking too good, to the makeup person, and you got to take it down a little bit. I came in second time, no, you're still looking too good, you're going to take it down a little bit. Third time, Rutanya, if you look this good, Faye is going to have you fired, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Wow.
And so I said to Charlie Schramm, the makeup man, Charlie, please, I don't want to get fired, just make me look good. She had made these appliances for the old age. She put a little fake nose on, elongated my nose, a fake tip rather, and made me really sallow, used sallow makeup, you know, and the whole thing, and the hair was really, you know, patted down.
So you're telling us that Faye Dunaway was the real Mommy Dearest?
Well, yes, sort of.
Wow.
She told everybody what to do, so
Wow.
including the director.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now, we also know you from a movie I screened in the series here, the classic movie series, called Rosemary's Baby.
Yes.
What role did you play in that?
Well, I actually have a little part in it called Dr. Hill's answering service operator when
You were Dr. Hill's answering service?
But I was on movie for 6 weeks not playing that part. I was Mia Farrow's photo double stand-in. So when you see like for example, the opening shot, when you see the two people, Mia and the other person walking by the Dakota, that's really me walking.
Wow.
With the other stand-in. So all the long shots are me, and the back shots, some of the back shots are me.
You were also in a movie called The Amityville Possession, right?
Amityville 2, The Possession.
The Possession. And my camera person right here has two kids that were in it.
Erica and Brent.
Right.
And they played the two little kids. And Magda was the mother. She was on set with them because they were 5 or 7 or... Well, how old were they?
Let's see, it's 7 and 10.
7 and 10.
And this happened by accident, right?
By accident. I hadn't seen Magda in all these years, and there she is. You know, it was really
And
lovely.
Brent was also in Last Exit to Brooklyn.
Wow. Oh, my
I
God.
didn't know
At the
that.
end, you'll
Oh, at the
see.
end.
He's
Wow.
that little boy that
Oh, the
was
little-
about to be...
Talk about parallels.
Yeah,
Wow.
wow.
Tell me about the movie for people who haven't seen Mommy Dearest. And why is it called Mommy Dearest?
It's based on Christina Crawford's book called Mommy Dearest. I think actually mainly the title and some of the things in it. The screenplay is really its own story, because I think the movie focuses much more on Joan Crawford. I think they made it sort of like a Joan Crawford story. The book was more from Christina's point of view, and Christina actually and David Kuntz, her husband, who was one of the producers, actually wrote their own version of the screenplay, which was never. As soon as Frank and Frank saw it, they said, "No, this isn't what we want." So Frank and Frank rewrote it with two other writers.
Unbelievable.
And it's a story of the great Joan Crawford. And I think this movie really revived Joan Crawford's career after she was dead, because all of a sudden people are interested in her movies, and she's developed such a following from this movie.
Unbelievable.
It's really unbelievable.
And you played Carol Ann. Tell me about Carol Ann.
Carol Ann
The babysitter, right?
Carol Ann is her secretary, companion, caregiver, caregiver. The scene that they cut out, unfortunately, is how Joan Crawford hires Carol Ann. And I think that's important, because that's my one young scene, by the way.
How did she hire you? Was there a casting couch?
No, I'm her super fan. That is when she comes out of MGM, I'm always there. We're autographed with other fans, and she gets to know me over the months. And she says, "Carol Ann, are you still here?" And I say, "Yes, Miss Crawford. You know, I'll always be here for you, and I'll always, you know." And she says, "Get in the car. Get in the car. I'm taking you home. You come and work for me." And,
wow.
And Carol Ann is thrilled, because Carol Ann is like the ultimate fan who really loves Joan Crawford, and that's why she puts up with everything.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What was your salary?
Really?
No, the salary, not for doing the movie, but the salary that Joan paid you.
I have no idea. But I think Joan was fair, because I met the real Betty Barker after the movie, and she was very well provided for, including, I think she got $75,000 from the will.
Really?
Yeah, Joan was very generous to the people that she was around.
So your character was based upon a true-to-life person.
Betty Barker worked for Carol Ann for Joan Crawford for 25 years. Although
Wow.
they did probably juxtapose position other
Wow.
people in the thing, but Betty Barker, who I met, was her employee and really was one of the people in her will.
So that's the reason why you had to write this book, this tell-all book, right?
Well, I wanted, you know what, the reason I decided to write it is because people really wanted to know and what the experience was working on the film. So I thought, well, okay, I'm ready. It's 30 years later. I'm ready to write it, and so it is what it is. I mean, what I put in is how I felt and what happened and how I observed it.
Did Faye Dunaway actually become Joan Crawford?
No. No, and here, I'll tell you what. Joan Crawford, two of the people that worked on the film, Charlie Schramm, the makeup person, and Vivian Walker, the hair person, had actually done like 4 or 5 movies with the real Joan Crawford. And they came out of retirement, including
Wow.
Irene Sheriff, the costume designer, came out of retirement, who was a 5-time Academy Award winner, came out of retirement to do this movie. And so from them, this is what I journal in the film, from them on their conversation, the real Joan Crawford was gracious on set, because that's where they knew her, was gracious, kind, knew everybody's name when she went in, sent everybody birthday cards, everybody got a gift that worked on the
Whoa.
film. She was very generous and kind, so when on the set, when somebody said, Faye is channeling Joan, Vivian Walker said, no, darling, if she was channeling Joan, she would be gracious and kind to us. So, and it's true because
Wow.
she was known to be really, really, really kind.
She was, huh?
Yeah, on the set.
So
yeah.
why did they paint her in this ugly portrait?
Well, I think, you know, it's almost 2 lives, and my justification for it was this. There's a lot of, she was under a lot of pressure. MGM had dropped her, Warner's. I think this happens to other people, not just net show people. But you're good at work, you're responsible at work, you're kind at work, and then you have all this frustration build up, all the stuff, all the fear, and you come and you take it out on people, and your husband, your wife, your kids. That's where you vent. I think you don't, like with Joan, she was so professional, she didn't vent on the set, but when she came home and she'd been dropped from MGM, which is one of the scenes in the film, and she's so upset because she thinks her career is over. I think the children were in the way and the target, and the children got the brunt of her frustration. That's my understanding, talking to Christina and everybody.
On your mark, get set, and go!
You lost again.
It's not fair. You're bigger than I am. It's not fair to win twice.
But nobody ever said that life was fair, Tina. I'm bigger and I'm faster. I will always beat you.
Then I'm not gonna play with you anymore. Ever.
You ever use that tone of voice with me, Missy? Who do you think you're talking to? I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna march yourself upstairs to your room and you will stay there until I tell you to come out.
No, I won't.
No, you won't. Yes, you will.
Ow! Ow! I won't go!
All right.
I won't go!
You will stay in here until you are ready to behave
I won't!
and to apologize.
I won't!
Why can't you treat me the way I would be treated by any stranger on the street? Because I am not one of your fans!
trying to sweep the poor little widow under the carpet? Well, think again. I'm on the board of directors of this lousy company.
Well, we assumed that with your husband gone, you would no longer want to be on the board.
Al and I helped build Pepsi to what it is today. I intend to stay with it.
We appreciate your devotion and contribution, Miss Crawford. But we have retired you from the board of directors.
You drove Al Steele to his grave, and now you're trying to stab me in the back? Forget it! I fought worse monsters than you for years in Hollywood. I know how to win the hard way.
Miss Crawford, we don't want any hard feelings.
You don't know what hard feelings are until I come out publicly against your product, and you'll see how much you sell.
Please, Miss Crawford, it's hardly necessary to make threats you surely don't mean.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo. You forget the press I delivered to Pepsi was my power. I can use it any way I want. It's a sword. Cut.
Mommy.
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing, Mommy. I was just playing.
What do you mean, playing? Pawing through my things? Making fun of me?
I wasn't making fun of you. I was just trying to... I was acting. Play acting. Like you're always doing.
Look at yourself.
Ow!
What have you done to you? Tina, what have you put on your head? What have you done to this damn...
Sorry. Ow! It was just setting lotion. Oh, Mom, ow! Oh, what are you doing?
Don't you
Oh,
tell
Mommy,
me what I'm
don't.
doing. Don't tell me,
Oh,
don't.
no! Mommy, I look awful.
Yeah, I know you look awful. You be quiet. You're always rummaging through my drawers, trying to find a way to make people look at you. Why are you always looking at yourself in the mirror? Why are you doing that? Tell me. You sit still now. This ought to teach you. You're vain.
Mommy, I can't
spoiled.
go to school like this.
I'd rather you go bald to school than looking like a tramp.
No, Mommy, please.
You spoiled it. Why? You're there.
I cannot go to school like this. Mommy, please.
You spoiled it. You spoiled it just like I spoiled you. No wire hangers! What's wire hangers doing in this closet when I told you no wire hangers ever? Work and work till I'm half dead, and I hear people saying she's getting old. And what do I get? A daughter! Who cares as much about the beautiful dresses I give her as she cares about me? What's wire hangers doing in this closet? Answer me! I bought...
We're ready for you, Miss Crawford.
To a truly great lady, Miss Joan Crawford.
You know what's missing in my life?
Come on, you've got everything you want.
No, I don't. I want a baby.
Out of the question.
Don't you dare judge me.
We have a moral and legal responsibility. And
What you're really doing is denying one of your children the opportunity to live a wonderful and advantaged life.
You're a lucky little girl and very expensive. It cost me a lot of favors.
Christina, darling, I'm gonna make a perfect life for you. Are you having a happy birthday, Christina, darling?
This is the best party I ever had. I love you, Mommy dearest.
I love you, Tina, darling. You lost again.
It's not fair. You're bigger than I am.
Ah, but nobody ever said that life was fair, Tina. I will always beat you.
Then I'm not gonna play with you anymore. Ever.
I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna march yourself upstairs to your room and will stay there.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
Sorry, Mommy. Dearest.
You are not getting up from this table until you have finished that meat.
Have I ever lied to you in your whole career? Or given you one piece of bad advice?
Your treatment of me has been divine.
Good. I want you to leave Metro.
My wonderful fans
Leave Metro.
Your pictures, one after another, are losing money.
who have made me a star.
Theater owners voted you box office poison.
Making fun of me? Mayor should know the price I pay.
Truth is, you're getting old.
You're nothing but a rotten, crooked lawyer. The biggest female star he's got. Look at this floor. Do you think it's clean? Look at this floor. You and me together. Screw up. Look at that. Nothing is clean. Oh, what's wire hangers doing in this closet? What I told you. No wire hangers ever. $300 dress on a wire hanger. We'll see how many you got in. We're gonna see how many wire hangers you've got in your closet. Tell me what?
Yes, Mommy dearest.
When I asked you to call me that, I wanted you to mean it.
Joan Crawford, the most dramatic role of her life, was her life. Frank Yablans presents Faye Dunaway as Joan Crawford in Mommy Dearest.
How did you get the name Mommy Dearest?
Because that's what she liked to be called. Mommy, called Mommy dearest.
Wow. We're going to ask a couple more questions and then go to you guys. I'm sure you have questions. When I interviewed Christina Crawford a couple of years back, because they were, I think, celebrating is it the 50th anniversary of the showing of this movie? It's not 50.
It was
Maybe 25.
released in 81.
So it can't be 50 years.
No, not yet.
35.
How many years?
About 34.
34 years, okay.
I know I was married.
Somebody's good at math.
Ah, you were married to who? Christina Crawford?
No.
No.
Somebody else.
Okay, anyway, so when I interviewed Christina, so this was maybe the 25th anniversary at Town
that sounds
Hall.
right. Yeah, that's 25th at Town
The
Hall.
25th
right.
anniversary of the movie at Town Hall. I said to her, tell me about these lines in the movie. Are they true? Are they honest? Are they accurate? And she said, no, they embellished it.
Well,
Did they embellish it as far as the lines go?
the only one that really knows is Christina. I mean, all I can say is they did discard Christina and David's script, and they rewrote it. So I'm sure there are lines.
Well, let me tell you about these lines, and I'm sure our audience know these lines too. I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the dirt.
It's a classic line. I mean,
Is that a true line?
I don't know.
Is that what she actually said?
I have no idea.
Okay, how about this one? You know where the boys and the booze is.
That's probably a true line, I would think.
Did Christina know about that? Where the booze and the boys were?
Well, I mean, she was 16. I was just thinking if I'm a teenager or 16, 17, I would know.
And she got thrown out of that school for the boys and the booze, no?
But that was a very innocent thing. It was like they were just necking.
Oh, they were just necking, right, guys? That's what it looked like, right?
Her children were all adopted.
Yes.
Okay, how about this line? Don't fuck with me, fellas!
Yes, this isn't my first time at the rodeo. I think she said it. She kept her position at Pepsi when they were going to dismiss her.
Now, who said that? Joan Crawford?
Joan Crawford
Or Faye
said that-
Dunaway?
Joan Crawford said that on the Pepsi board when they after her husband.
Why don't you say that line?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, why don't it come from Carol Ann?
Oh, I don't know if Caroline can say that. Don't fuck with me, fellows. This isn't my first time at the rodeo.
Yeah! Let's hear it for Carol Ann. She did say it, huh?
Yeah, she did say it.
In the movie and outside the movie,
yeah, because
right?
she was tough. She kept her position on. She did not. Well, Joan Crawford did not want to be dumped because she had no other source of income at that time. It was just working for Pepsi. And when Al Steele died, she would have been penniless. So she did not want to be dumped from that board. And so she went to that board. And who knows? But you know what? They didn't. They wound up not dumping her.
They did not dump her.
They did not dump her.
So these lines could have been true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or maybe they are true.
I think that is a true line.
How about this one? I'm bigger and stronger than you, and I'll win every time. Remember
Well,
that?
That's a good line.
Do you remember that line, guys?
Yeah. I think it's a good line. I mean,
When she was teaching her to swim or something, right?
And she wouldn't let her win.
I'm bigger, I'm faster, I will always beat you.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Thank
Wow.
you.
Let's hear it for him. Wow. How about this one? Let's see. Take that dress off because the stain will show. Remember that one?
I think that could be true because Joan was very meticulous, and she was totally meticulous about how she looked and how the kids looked. And if you see the photos of the kids, they always look really well groomed. I mean, they look meticulous.
Well, it was just a stain, a coffee stain, or no, well, she wasn't drinking coffee. It
Right.
was maybe an ice cream, a grass stain.
Yeah.
She made a whole big thing about that, remember?
Yeah, that could be.
Unbelievable. Take that dress off. Of course, that stain will show.
Yes, yes.
Unbelievable.
I think that's a Joan one.
What about this one? Your dolls are uncaring and thoughtless, and that's why I gave them away. Remember that one?
Yeah, you know what? She was only allowed to keep one present, so she had more than one doll. She didn't want me.
She gave her dolls away because they woke her up.
That's right.
The dolls woke her up.
Yes.
They woke Joan up, no?
Yeah, they woke Joan up.
Unbelievable. How about this one? One of my favorites. If mommy doesn't like you, she can make you disappear.
That's Christina's line.
I know.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that line?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll see it again.
Yeah.
And you'll remember it. So tell me about that one.
Well, I think from Christina's point of view, that could be her line.
I see.
I think so.
And what about...
I think that's a part of her book is that they're powerless and they're kind of they really feel their powerlessness as little kids.
Wow. And she was at the age of what, 7 or 8? Or...
About 8 or
Wow.
9, yeah.
You should know you were the babysitter.
Yeah. Well,
Did you spank Christina?
Mara Hubble was 8 going on 9.
Did you spank the kids in the movie?
I would never spank the kids.
Why not?
Because I'm Carol Ann.
Oh,
I would never touch the
I
children.
see. What about this line? No more wire hangers ever!
Yes, no more. And then when I was staying in Christina's house and taking care of the animals while she and David were gone, I had to do this. I've never done this. I'm really, really good about not doing this. But I had to go in Christina's bedroom and look in her closet. And it was all wire hangers.
Oh my God. Who put the dresses in wire hangers?
All the dry cleaners do.
Oh my
The
God.
dry cleaners, so she never took them off the wire hangers. They were all the dry cleaner things.
And what did Christina know about wire hangers anyway?
Well, Joan didn't like them. Joan did not like wire hangers. She wanted everything on those little, either the satin hangers, the ones that had the little satin things, so everything was soft and nice.
How could Faye Dunaway tell me that there was no favorite lines for her in the movie?
Well, she's disowned the movie. She's disowned it. She won't talk about it. She's disowned it. She hangs up on people. She walks out of one reporter in England when he brought it up. So, but now she's writing a book.
What did it do to the career of Joan Crawford, or the remembrance of her career?
It really made it re-energized, revitalized Joan Crawford's career. People that didn't know Joan Crawford had kind of heard about Joan Crawford, now know a lot of her movies, know the movies, see the movies. The movies are revived. I have a lot of fans on Facebook, and they all know more about Joan Crawford now than anybody.
But didn't it put her in a bad light?
Well,
she was box office poison.
Yeah, but she's bigger than ever. This woman Joan Crawford is bigger than ever.
Wow, it's amazing. Do any of you have any questions for Rutanya?
I do actually have one.
It's Rutanya, right?
Yes.
About Betty Barker?
Yes.
So how, like, did you work pretty closely with her to establish the relationship that Carol Ann has with Joan?
No, Betty Barker would not talk about Joan at all. And you can
Now
see...
tell everyone who Betty Barker was
Betty
again.
Barker was Joan Crawford's real secretary for 25 years. And Betty Barker was a very elegant woman, very elegant looking woman, very attractive.
Like you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so she wasn't dowdy and mousy, like I was made to be. She was very, but she was, whatever secrets she had were not going to be revealed to anybody. She was the true secretary. So she kept whatever. But she was very gracious and nice to me, very polite, and she said, "Oh, it's lovely to meet you," and, all of that. But
Who, Betty Barker?
Betty Barker.
Is she still alive?
No, she's dead now. She died, I think, about 4 or 5 years ago.
Tell me about that scene at the coffee table when Joan Crawford, or Faye Dunaway, was choking little Christina and knocked her to the floor.
Oh, you mean the bigger Christina?
Yeah, and who was the gossip columnist?
That was actually Marlon Brando's sister, who was a lovely woman, Jocelyn Brando. She was played a columnist from Red Book.
Wow.
That was actually supposedly based on a real event.
She could have killed her, no?
Well, no, kids don't kill that easily. If you push them over the coffee table, you're going to hurt them really bad.
But the glass broke
Yeah.
on the coffee table, no?
It cracked.
Oh, God.
But those are 2 stunt women that did that.
Wow. Anybody else have any other questions? Go ahead.
How come you never interviewed Kathy?
I'm sorry, can you stand up and just yell it to her?
How come Catherine was never interviewed for the movie?
How was...
Catherine?
How come Catherine was never interviewed?
Oh, how come Catherine was never
You
interviewed?
mean the two younger kids, you mean?
Yes, indeed.
Well, they weren't in the movie.
I know.
You know what? I figured...
You mean there were more kids than...
There were 2 new ones adopted when
Wait a
Christina...
minute. There was Christina, right?
Christina and Christopher
And
were
Christopher.
the first 2 adopted.
And then she had 2 more? That's a great question.
She had 2 more after the kids were... Christine and Crawford were already about 10 or 11.
And why weren't they in the movie?
I have no idea. Well, first of all, it wasn't about them. This was called Mommy Dearest by Christina Crawford. So this was her story, not Kathy and the other girl's story. They have to do their own story.
They were twins.
They were twins. Well, they weren't
was
really
twins?
They weren't
The 2
really
girls were twins.
We're not twins.
And they had a good
Passed
relationship
as
with her.
twins.
Wait a minute. Who was twins?
The 2
weren't
younger
twins.
girls.
The 2 young girls.
The new,
But
the new
they
group
weren't
of
really
girls.
twins. They were just passed off as twins.
Oh, the new group of adoptees.
Yeah. She had 4 adopted
She had 4 altogether.
But their
Which-
memory of Joan is very good, because I know somebody that knows them.
And they didn't write a book.
They have to write their own book.
They have to write their own
and then
book.
Maybe they'll do
Why
their-
were the
their
kids
movie.
called Christopher and Christine? Or Christina and Christopher?
I guess she liked those names. Everything starts with a C. Crawford, Christina. Maybe she liked the way it sounded. Christina Crawford,
Wow.
Christopher Crawford.
Anybody else have any other questions? I can't believe you have no questions. For the Carol Ann from the movie. The original. Nobody has any other questions? Go ahead, right there. Go ahead.
I guess we gotta see the movie, and then we'll probably have questions.
Okay, well, she'll be gone by then.
I'll be gone.
But she'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
From saying we'll do the
Yeah,
same
we
thing
have a
tomorrow.
quick question, or I should say a quick couple of questions, which is our trivia contest questions because they're going to win free movie tickets. So can I get answers from you guys quickly? Ready? What soda company was Joan Crawford representing?
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Who said that? Who said that? Okay. You had your, can you come up and get a free movie ticket for me?
Me?
Yeah, you won. Don't you want a free movie ticket? It's compliments of Pepsi.
Betty Davis got Coca-Cola, like a Coca-Cola machine.
Yeah.
She was, they were feuding.
Yeah, thank you. Wait, there's more. There's more questions and more free tickets. Okay, let's see. What year was the movie made?
1981.
Okay, this lady right here with the arm. You won that. I think you were the quickest. Here we go. 1981. Wow. Thank you. You've seen this movie before too, right? Let's see. We have 2 more questions. Okay. Is Faye Dunaway writing a book? She said yes, right? And what's the title of this new book? Does anyone know? Oh, the suggested title.
Mama's Dearest.
Who said that?
Me.
You said Mommy what?
Mama's Dearest.
Mommy Dearest 2. That's close enough. Come up and get a ticket. Or Camp Crawford. That's a good one, no? Camp Crawford. Here we go.
Or don't ever ask me about Mommy Dearest.
There we
and
go.
all you wanted to
Thank
know.
you so much.
My brother went to school with her son.
With whose son?
Joan Crawford.
With Christopher?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And our last one is, who directed the film?
Frank Perry.
There we go. Here's a free ticket for you now. Here's the gentleman who arranged all this.
This is Howard. Howard, I love you.
Let's hear it for Howard.
Arranging
He
this.
arranged all this. Okay,
Howard
so
Diamond.
we're going to let you all go and see this fantastic classic movie, right?
Yes.
It's a landmark.
It,
Why?
It is, well, I can't answer that. There's so many fans that can answer that better than I can.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Would you ever think it was going to be this big?
Never, I never, ever thought it was going to be this big. It just took a life of its own. The first week after it opened, it took a whole other
One
life.
quick question for you before we go. Do you think that Faye Dunaway, like removes herself from this movie because she's destroying a Hollywood legend and making her box office poison?
No, I think Faye got some good reviews and some bad reviews, and I think she wasn't expecting it. She, as I write in my book, when I did see her after the movie in a play. I went to see her to play, and I went backstage, and she expected to get an Oscar nomination for this film. And she didn't get it, and it was trashed, and I think that after that, she just didn't want anything to do with it.
It put Joan Crawford in a bad light anyway, right?
Well,
I mean, Joan became box office poison, no?
I don't think she was so worried about Joan Crawford. I think she was just upset that it didn't go the way she thought.
It didn't get any nominations or any awards, right?
And it didn't get any. And it was too bad because really the set design should have gotten a nomination, and the costume should get a nomination. I think at that time, because this was the first tell-all book, and people were still in the industry that had worked with Joan and loved her. I think they just blackballed the whole thing because I think Irene Sheriff should have gotten another nomination, and I think the set designer should have too. I mean, he made a fantastic. The set design on this film is impeccable.
You met the real Christina Crawford, right?
Yes, I know her.
Was she nice?
Very nice.
Huh?
I mean, I met her after the movie. I didn't meet her before the movie because she was never on the set. But I got to be friends with her and David Koontz, her husband, her then husband. I got to be.
And was she happy with the film?
No.
No.
No, she
Why
wasn't
not?
happy because she felt the film was not her book. The film was a story in its own right.
And it had those lines, those classic lines.
Yeah, but she said that that's not her book, and it's just a movie on its own.
It was embellished, as Christina Crawford
Yeah,
said to me.
yeah, exactly.
Any other questions before we go and go see the life of Joan Crawford on screen right now? Okay, well, let's take a minute just to thank Rutanya, Alda.
Thank you.
I want to thank you guys for coming here. And if you want to come back tomorrow night, we'll be here again for you and screen this classic movie. Thanks
2 nights
again.
in a row.
And happy holidays.
Thank you.
And watch this on the Barry Z Show. It'll be on YouTube, Ustream, and on Time Warner.
Great.
And Fios.
It's wonderful.
Let's roll.
ready for you, Miss Crawford.
To a truly great lady, Miss Joan Crawford.
You know what's missing in my life?
Come on, you've got everything you want.
No, I don't. I want a baby.
Out of the question.
Don't you dare judge me. We have a moral and legal responsibility. And
What you're really doing is denying one of your children the opportunity to live a wonderful and advantaged life.
You're a lucky little girl and very expensive. Cost me a lot of favors.
Christina, darling, I'm gonna make a perfect life for you. Are you having a happy birthday, Christina, darling?
This is the best party I ever had. I love you, Mommy dearest.
I love you, Tina, darling. You lost again.
It's not fair. You're bigger than I am.
Ah, but nobody ever said that life was fair, Tina. I will always beat you.
Then I'm not gonna play with you anymore. Ever.
I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna march yourself upstairs to your room and will stay there.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
Sorry, Mommy. Dearest.
You are not getting up from this table until you have finished that meat.
Have I ever lied to you in your whole career? Or given you one piece of bad advice?
Your treatment of me has been divine.
Good. I want you to leave Metro.
My wonderful friends
Leave Metro.
Your pictures, one after another, are losing money.
who have made me a star.
Theater owners voted you box office poison.
Making fun of me? Mayor should know the price I pay.
Truth is, you're getting old.
You're nothing but a rotten, crooked lawyer. The biggest female star he's got. Look at this floor. Do you think it's clean? Look at this floor. You and me together. Screwed up. Look at that. Nothing is clean. Oh, lighten up. What's wire hangers doing in this closet when I told you? No wire hangers ever! $300 dress on a wire hanger! We'll see how many you got in. We're gonna see how many wire hangers you've got in your closet. Tell me what?
Yes, Mommy dearest.
When I asked you to call me that, I wanted you to mean it.
Joan Crawford, the most dramatic role of her life, was her life. Frank Yablans presents Faye Dunaway as Joan Crawford in Mommy Dearest.
We're ready for you, Miss Crawford.
To a truly great lady, Miss Joan Crawford.
You know what's missing in my life?
Come on, you've got everything you want.
No, I don't. I want a baby.
Out of the question.
Don't you dare judge me. We have a moral and legal responsibility. And
What you're really doing is denying one of your children the opportunity to live a wonderful and advantaged life.
You're a lucky little girl and very expensive. Cost me a lot of favors.
Christina, darling, I'm gonna make a perfect life for you. Are you having a happy birthday, Christina, darling?
This is the best party I ever had. I love you, Mommy dearest.
I love you, Tina, darling. You lost again.
It's not fair. You're bigger than I am.
Ah, but nobody ever said that life was fair, Tina. I will always beat you.
Then I'm not gonna play with you anymore. Ever!
I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna march yourself upstairs to your room and will stay there.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
Sorry, Mommy. Dearest.
You are not getting up from this table until you have finished that meat.
Have I ever lied to you in your whole career? Or given you one piece of bad advice?
Your treatment of me has been divine.
Good. I want you to leave Metro.
My wonderful fans
Leave Metro.
Your pictures, one after another, are losing money.
who have made me a star.
Theater owners voted you box office poison.
Making fun of me? Mayor should know the price I pay.
Truth is, you're getting old.
You're nothing but a rotten, crooked lawyer. The biggest female star he's got. Look at this floor. Do you think it's clean? Clean this floor. You and me together. Screw up. Look at that. Nothing is clean. Oh, what's wire hangers doing in this closet when I told you no wire hangers ever? $300 dress on a wire hanger. We'll see how many you got in here. We're gonna see how many wire hangers you've got in your closet. Tell me what?
Yes, Mommy, dearest.
When I asked you to call me that, I wanted you to mean it.
Joan Crawford, the most dramatic role of her life, was her life. Frank Yablans presents Faye Dunaway as Joan Crawford in Mommy Dearest.
On your mark, get set, and go!
You lost again.
It's not fair. You're bigger than I am. It's not fair to win twice.
Ah, but nobody ever said that life was fair, Tina. I'm bigger and I'm faster. I will always beat you.
Then I'm not gonna play with you anymore. Ever!
You ever.
We're ready for you, Miss Crawford.
To a truly great lady, Miss Joan Crawford.
You know what's missing in my life?
Come on, you've got everything you want.
No, I don't. I want a baby.
Out of the question.
Don't you dare judge me. We have a moral and legal responsibility. And
What you're really doing is denying one of your children the opportunity to live a wonderful and advantaged life.
You're a lucky little girl and very expensive. It cost me a lot of favors.
Christina, darling, I'm gonna make a perfect life for you. Are you having a happy birthday, Christina, darling?
This is the best party I ever had. I love you, Mommy dearest.
I love you, Tina, darling. You lost again.
It's not fair. You're bigger than I am.
Ah, but nobody ever said that life was fair, Tina. I will always beat you.
then I'm not gonna play with you anymore. Ever!
I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna march yourself upstairs to your room and we'll stay there.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
Sorry, Mommy. Dearest?
You're not getting up from this table until you have finished that meat.
Have I ever lied to you in your whole career? Or given you one piece of bad advice?
Your treatment of me has been divine.
Good. I want you to leave Metro.
My wonderful friends
Leave Metro.
Your pictures, one after another, are losing money.
who've made me a star.
Theater owners voted you box office poison.
Making fun of me? Mayor should know the price I pay.
Truth is, you're getting old.
You're nothing but a rotten, crooked lawyer. The biggest female star he's got. Look at this floor. Do you think it's clean? You're gonna clean this floor. You and me together. Screw up. Look at that. Nothing is clean. Oh, Liza, what's wire hangers doing in this closet when I told you no wire hangers ever? $300 dress on a wire hanger. We'll see how many you got in. We're gonna see how many wire hangers you got in your closet. Tell me what?
Yes, Mommy, dearest.
When I asked you to call me that, I wanted you to mean it.
Joan Crawford, the most dramatic role of her life, was her life. Frank Yablans presents Faye Dunaway as Joan Crawford in Mommy Dearest.